redshirt sophomore offensive lineman Carter Smith. We'll start with Zach and then go to Tyler.
You are obviously an important position in the one position that didn't change coaches from last season. What is that, even as maybe you bring some new faces in, some young guys come up, what has that consistency meant to the offensive line, keeping Coach Bostad and just kind of continuing to work with him for another year?
Yeah, keeping two guys on the same offensive lineman with a complete staff change is huge for us. Me and Mike, we're kind of the front runners right now, but we have a lot of older guys that came in from JMU as well. So, it's all on us to lead the way for all the young guys, and I feel like they're progressing pretty well too. As a whole unit, it's been going pretty good for us. We're making progress every single day, new installs, and we're getting rolling.
We'll go to Tyler on your left and then Jack.
With Coach Bostad having been around last year and obviously still being around, how much has he changed? Has he had to change at all? Is it the same as it was last year?
He's the same guy. Yeah.
But in terms of how he has to coach you guys, how has he, along with you guys, transitioned to the way the coaching staff wants to handle this?
Yeah, I would say he hasn't changed at all, honestly. We've kept the same coaching points as we did last year, and obviously we saw a good steady growth from last year, from 2022, with him coming onto the staff. So he's kept all the same coaching points, regardless of what the plays are. So we're still going up. Yeah.
Go to Jack on your left and then Owen.
Just when you went in the portal, what was kind of your decision-making process to come back to IU, and what were some of those conversations like with Cincinnati or Bostad about just coming back here?
Yeah, keeping Bostad was huge for me. He's very highly regarded. He's been in the NFL. He's been all over college football. So with experience like that, there's no way I couldn't come back.
We'll go Owen on your right and then Matt.
Yeah, Coach was telling us kind of going to have to see some of the younger guys kind of see the rotation a little bit. What have you seen from kind of the younger group as they've progressed throughout the spring and fall periods?
When freshmen first come in, I was the same way for my first spring ball. It's always just an information overload. But now it's kind of the point where the install is starting to decline a little bit. We're adding in less plays by the day because we're so deep in the playbook. So they're starting to really get the hang of it. They're keeping the coaching points in mind. They've been running all the correct plays, and they're starting to get their targets well. So, and their technique is improving too.
We'll go Matt on your right in the second row and then Seth.
Obviously, Mike came back a little bit later. Did you know that was a possibility? Did you try to recruit him back at all after you decided to come back?
I didn't actually hear about it. When he told me that he had his first phone call with Cincinnati, I was pretty excited. You can imagine, having someone who's been here for 6 years and all that experience is really big for us. So having that leadership role in place is really good.
How big has he been at the center position, which is obviously kind of like the quarterback of the O-line?
Oh, yeah.
Because of having him in there.
Being the guy who's been here the most, he's kept most of Bostad's coaching points in mind, and that also helps us ID when we're on the line. So he's just a field general when he's out there. He's making all the IDs and he's telling us what to do. So he's been really good at that position.
Go to Seth on your right.
Yeah, for you stepping into more consistent playing time last year, just what are some of the biggest things you learned from all that last year, and what are the next steps you're looking to take this year?
Forget the last play, because if you get too caught up on something that happened before, you're not going to be focused on what's about to happen. So, just let the last one go and keep going forward. And then what was the second question?
And what are the next steps for you this year?
Just keep continually progressing and hopefully be a role model to some of the younger guys and still look up to my older guys. I got an important position to fill in, and I plan to do that for my team.
We'll go back on your left to Zach.
You talked a little bit about some of the new guys. What's the point of inflection when you have guys that are new faces to the room, but maybe they know the offense well because they're coming from JMU, or they've got a relationship with Coach Bostad, so it's not quite having to get to know a brand new coach. Just what's different, I guess, about bringing some new guys into that room that maybe aren't as unfamiliar as they might be under normal circumstances?
I would say that it's good for us too. Working with Bostad, but with the JMU guys coming in, they help us a lot with the playbook too, because they already, you said it yourself, they're pretty familiar with the playbook. Helps the younger guys and helps us to get the playbook down faster.
Go Jack on your left.
Yeah, just
sticking with those transfers, what has kind of stood out to you about ways they can help you guys and just kind of your impression of them so far?
They're aggressive, man. They come off the ball. They're excited. They love to, punch it right up the middle. They're great guys to have around.
Seth on your right.
Yeah, I mean, going up against the defensive line and the pass rush in practice, just who are some of the guys on that side of the ball who stood out to you so far?
I hate Mikhail, man. I hate Mikhail. He's so fast. He's so good with his hands. Jacob Magnum Farrar is getting a lot better, even though he just transitioned to the position in the spring, but he's making huge progress. I would say LC, Linnell Carr, has been really good for us as well. He's a really quick guy, really good to make an inside move. So those are some of the guys that are out on the edge.
Anything else for Carter?
All good?
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, guys.